thrilled with how they have gone in Dubai, and as they kick off, they know that they will go home with 4th position at least, having trailed home in 11th last time out. Improvements already apparent on both sides of the ball, and it's in defence that they find themselves now. Yang Jasson, who sparkles for Toulouse when she's not out on the circuit with Les Bleus. Brought to deck by Heather Cow, Uran and Shackles. On defensive detail, piling in over the ball. An early error there from Lily Desu. Great Britain will have an attacking scrum and in a wonderful position, as I'm sure the former Welsh international alongside me will explain.
Yeah, it was brilliant pressure from that kickoff then. They just kept pushing France back. No one's shooting up, no one's looking for that hero hit. They're just staying connected and waiting for France to make the error. It's a very composed start from GB.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Cow,
Early.
the Harlequin behind that scrum, but they have different options at their disposal now. Lauren Torley gets things up and running. Cow looks up, assesses her option, decides that darting infield is the way to go, wins an immediate penalty. It was young Perrine Fagnon getting pinged there, which allows Torley to get Great Britain as close as they've been so far in this one. 2 minutes played, France haven't had a carry. Boatman over to Cow. She's got Bonner on her shoulder but doesn't need her. Instead, she draws in a trio of white jerseys. Another penalty. We know that discipline is an Achilles heel for this French outfit. So it is proving, pinned back in their own backyard.
Scrum.
Yeah, they just keep going into that ruck area, don't they? They really want to get that turnover.
Wait for the ball. Crouch! Bind!
14-12.
Set!
Great Britain
Steady!
won when these two clashed earlier on in the competition. Both those tries coming from Ellie Boatman, who is tied into this set piece. Now she scoots around the outside, and at last the penalty goes the way of France. We'll see what they're about. Desu out and on
play through,
to Dupuis, who is a Maisie and Trixie customer, and so she proves now. Crucial tackle from a flying Grace Crompton. Valentine Latoz wrestles that one backwards. Real danger lurking in this wide channel for France. Jasson with the switch, but not communicating properly. Hatawa Tunkara on her shoulder, but couldn't find her mark.
Yeah, you could see that link player just drifting off towards the edge and really trying to encourage the winger to come back in on that switch. But like you say, the communication wasn't quite there. Ended up with the handling error.
Let's go.
So it was ball back to GB, but they are deep into their 22.
Boatman finds Cow, part of a Great Britain side looking for a first ever back-to-back win over Les Bleus. Consistency has been an issue for them over recent seasons. This would show that they are making real progress in that area. Here is Uran with the fend. Second tackle comes in though and gets the job done. Did well to hold on to that. There were French hands all over it. Here now Bonner, who is electric but strong with it, and so she proves. Shackles finding Ellie Boatman, who has had the freedom of this pitch all weekend long. 9 tries. A monumental tally, but she'll have to wait for a 10th because France have it back. Oh, it's chaos on the floor. Going quickly is Jasson. The way ahead is Bard, so she heads sideways, laterally reaching, offloading, finding her captain. It's helter-skelter stuff, and the try itself is no oil painting, but France, against all odds, have struck first in this one.
You know what, sometimes when it comes to these stages, it really doesn't matter how you score, just score. That's the initial turnover there. Referred to it with GB being deep into their 22. They needed an exit play. They looked a little half-hearted about what they really wanted to try and do, and then got caught on the odd carry that really didn't look on their terms, which meant that France could just come up really confidently in defence and eventually hunt out that turnover.
80th try, former World Player of the Year. She's languid and lethal. Always count on her when it matters most to hammer an advantage home. Cal lifted gracefully and then bundling ferociously upfield, scooting around the corner there is Boatman with the support of Crompton and now of Shackles. Cal finding Bonner, straightens and then just hits the nitrous and accelerates into contact, but burgled in the process. France go quickly. Jasson onto Lotoz. She's got Dupuy on her shoulder. This time the switch sticks, but the way ahead very heavy with Great Britain defenders. Jasson gets the offload away. This now is Tunkara. Lauren Torley with a crucial intervention there, but look at the overlap. Look at the space that Boatman is going to have to somehow expand to fill. Siofani with just Boatman to beat and does show she will have her brace in this third place final.
France really have grown throughout this tournament from that first game that they played. GB France is a very different French team. They're far more direct. The initial damage had been done on the left-hand side, shortening that GB defensive line. So it really was just simple hands towards the edge. And those outside two defenders from Team GB, you've got two options. One, you just fly up and try and hit someone and the ball, or you do what is a give defence, a drift defence, and that's what they did. It looks like they're running backwards, but they're trying to eat away at the space. But unfortunately, they just didn't have enough time.
Third all time for France, and look at the greats ahead of her. Serafino Kemba, Camille Grassino. She's closing in on them. It doesn't take many steps to close in when you're as tall and elegant as Anne-Cécile Siofani. Smaller but just as speedy is Grace Crompton. An escapologist down the touchline and a try scorer too in this one. She is lightning.
Oh, how badly did Team GB need that? Brilliant offload there from Heather Cowell. And then Compton just tiptoeing down that side edge.
Such a big game performer, the only one to land a blow on Australia in their semi-final. Kick doesn't go through the uprights. That could prove costly because this one is tight. Anne-Cécile Siofani, Grace Crompton in response. France leading Great Britain 10 points to 5. 10-5. France looking to back up their third place finish last year in Dubai. Abby Brown with the ball. And the failed limbo attempt.
Vital possession now back to Team GB. They are deep in their half, but let's see what sort of set-piece move they're going to use to get out of here.
Buren's throw, more than crooked, eagerly gathered, off streaks Hawa Tunkara. She scored against the Black Ferns in the semi-final. She's scoring against Great Britain now with third on the line. And the AC Bobigny star is flying on the circuit.
Oh, it was the throw-in, it just came off awkwardly from her hand. She was trying to get that spin. Oh, unfortunately, that was absolute gift for France.
Again, the extras soaring wide. We're yet to see a conversion. Not that he seems too upset by that. 3 visits to the Great Britain 22 for Romain Houet's side and 3 tries. They are proving clinical. And it is a really deep restart. In a hurry to get on with it, our Great Britain. They've got plenty of time.
I think they're looking to try and catch the defenders off. There you go.
those two in tandem, Uren and Abby Brown. So much experience, so much skill. Had that pass been accurate, then Crompton might have found herself with a long run for home. But as it was, the bounce makes things untidy. France have a chance to regain some defensive shape as Abby Brown skips and hurdles through the tackles.
28.
That's a big moment. Lily Desu will leave us for 2 minutes.
And that's the experience of Abby Brown, knowing she's got that penalty. She runs straight at the player who she knows isn't 10. She's obviously going to try and make the tackle. Then it's another penalty and a card. Great experience shown there from Abby Brown.
5 remaining, 10 the difference. Shackles is the dummy runner. Torley has it, flat pass onto Boatman. Surely not another. Just about hauled down, 10 metres to make up now. Cowell is there. Uren swerving and scanning, but bouncing off the forearm of Shackles, who is so strong to gather and rise. Finds Torley. Torley's away. Great Britain will narrow the deficit.
Yeah.
Capitalising immediately
Eight.
on the yellow card. And another one shown to Les Bleus.
Hair pull.
It's a hair pull from the French.
That's it, absolutely can't do that. Right, this is Team GB's chance. They've got the momentum and there are 2 players in the bin. This restart now, it needs to be high and short. It's got to be about getting it back and playing and attacking.
Thank you.
It's Kelly Arbey, the under-20 starlet, who joins Lily Desu on the touchline.
3 points separating the side.
If Great Britain's attack really is shaping up into something menacing, then they should have an absolute party with the fact that they are up against a 5-woman France. But they need the ball back. That will help. Nason can't find Jasson. Just about remedies the situation, but Siofani there, shaped to throw a pass to absolutely nobody. There's no one in the back line. But she is strong for an athlete so willowy. And every second that France keep the ball back and every penalty they win is an advantage not utilised by Great Britain.
Oh, this is just winding the clock down for France.
Time's off.
The experience there of Nason in absolutely
IR,
no hurry.
We okay?
Ball under one arm.
Roll. Yes, let's go. Time on.
Léa Trollier is on, the 19-year-old from Lyon. Another one of the debutants. And time has expired on the first yellow card, so soon it will be 7 plays 6. And Great Britain, since that Torley try, haven't had hands on ball. This better. Big drive from Cowell,
23,
combining with Uren, but off feet.
Really frustrating. This is just buying France time. This is exactly what France want. Slow play, force some penalties. There's no need for it.
Let's go, please. Yeah, for touch. Yep. Directly? Yes.
Just before us, Giselle Mather and Sean Lamont having a very animated conversation. For a coach of both of their experiences, you've got a Scotland Centurion there and a top draw 15s coach. This will be hair-tearing out stuff.
Oh, this will be very frustrating. You know, they were just against 5 players. You've got 7, and yet they were spacing out as if they were playing against 7. There's no need. Shorten it up, tighten it up, come up really hard, but come connected. It's frustrating, frustrating play there. Still time on the clock for GB, but well managed. You've got to give credit to France. They managed that very well.
7-0, that power play finishes. Great Britain have it back, absolutely essential, and looking to extricate it there is Eloise Hayward wearing 77. She's got Shackles in support, but Nason is so strong and drives them backwards. Torley hurls that onto Crompton, who heads back in field, but that's where the French women were, and Siofani affects the tackle. Back the other way they go. Brilliant one-handed take from Brown. Shackles now. She's got speed on her shoulder. It's Boatman. Trollier has her. And with the ball now is Arbey. France making a mockery of the mathematics of the situation. Down to 5, weathering the storm. And now with the ball back, 90 seconds to play. 3 points in it as we go and hunt for our 3rd place finishers in Dubai. Uren with a captain's involvement. Big
No,
tackle,
we're playing.
big turnover. Goes quickly. Shackles has Brown for company. Boatman with one to beat, but it's the brilliant Arbey. What a clash this is. Here goes Ellie Boatman. The tiptoe,
Touch.
the flag's gone up. It's excruciating. From a woman who has bent physics to her will all weekend long.
Time's off. Subs.
Oh, credit to her for, look, she's got to back herself at this point. She's got to go
Okay.
for it. But, oh,
Yeah, we'll just
tiniest
make
bit of white touches her boot.
Sorry, hold. 22. E22? Yep, thanks.
It is
She's
again
just coming off this side, okay?
fine margins. A couple of blades of painted grass, the difference between Great Britain
Come
hitting
on.
the front and them finding themselves with a line-out ball to defend. Field position's excellent. But France weren't going to make any mistakes there, although they're in their own dead ball area.
No hands!
Seat of your pants stuff. A penny for the heart rate of Romain Huet.
Hands on the ground.
We've had 12 penalties in this match between the two sides.
Let's go, please.
It's been a case of weathering storms and stemming bleeding.
Yeah. Time off, subs. 87, sub. No, time's off. Just making subs.
87 gives way for 88. Jean Jasson is on for Kelly Arbey. Ten seconds remain.
You ready? Time on.
Perrine Fagnon, what a responsibility for the 18-year-old throwing in this line out. Needs to find her target. Abby Brown with a big old involvement there. But the hooter sounds, and despite the efforts of the vast majority of this Great Britain squad, the ball will stay with the French. Straying offside is Boatman. That'll do it. Listen to the roar from Jean Jasson.
Offside.
Third last year, third again, but all the more impressive given where France are in this new cycle. They brought 4 teenagers to Dubai, 5 debutants and a whole lot of potential.